Disclaimer. Some material used in this presentation is under the fair use exemption of copyright law. Further use is prohibited. Please do not copy this.
Hello there. My name is Clayton Dana-Bashian. I will be your tour guide today. We will be exploring the wonderful world of Nikola Tesla. Many of you probably haven't heard of this man, as he is remembered on the backside of history. Although he made many important inventions, his name was discredited at the end of his life, providing the explanation as to why you haven't heard his name commonly used. This man has contributed so much to the modern world. From popular toys to advanced medical equipment, Tesla has practically created the modern era. The 8 specific devices we'll be looking at in this presentation are the light bulb, the fluorescent light bulb, the X-ray, the Tesla coil, the radio, the RC vehicle, and the electrical transformer. Now join me as we delve into this amazing man's life. Nikola Tesla worked with the famous inventor Thomas Edison. This light bulb represents their work together and their biggest controversy. These two brilliant men were opposed on the issue of electricity. Edison believed in the power of direct current, or DC, and Tesla believed in the power of alternating current, or AC. This important split eventually caused them to separate and discontinue their work together. Hello and welcome back. In keeping with our current theme of electricity, we move on to Tesla's second most used household item, the fluorescent light bulb. This invention combines his experience under Edison with his own classic ingenuity. This light bulb is used all over the country. Schools, hospital, offices, and many places use this invention. This light bulb is cheap and effective, explaining why it is used so much. This is but one example of Tesla's legacy in our country and all over the world. Hello and welcome again to our exhibit. Our next artifact is one used all over the world in doctors' offices. It even has its own profession. It's called the X-ray. Most of you probably know of this invention, as you or a friend has broken a bone and needed to have an X-ray to determine what the problem was. This invention is yet another example of Tesla's great ingenuity. Most people in this era wouldn't even dream of the concept of looking through skin to see the person's bone inside. Another thing, the fact that the specialized career of a radiologist exists is another testament to how well he has done in this invention. Another example of his greatness is the fact that his design has gone virtually unaltered from the very first X-ray to this very day. Now, such an illustrious device must have an equally illustrious design. This is true. This device is operated by 2 sets of tubes and a special film. The 2 tubes are called the single electrode tube of Tesla's design and Crookes tubes, not of Tesla design. However, he did combine these 2 separate tubes to make a device to take the actual picture, and a special type of film was developed to show these images. As you can see here, the material the picture is on is much different from paper or even other pictures. This again shows how the inventiveness of Tesla changed the world. Welcome back. Now we come to his least famous invention, the Tesla coil. Although it bears his namesake, not many people have heard of this invention. The idea of this was to create a source of self-sustaining energy. It would achieve this through a complicated system of harnessing the power of electricity. It could do this one of 2 ways. The first way is putting this coil into a generator as an armature. The function of this armature amplifies the power of the current and turns it into alternating current. This allows it to effectively bounce back and forth, and in theory, making the current able to last forever. The other way is by making it directly into a freestanding coil. The biggest type of this coil he ever made was at his Colorado Springs laboratory. He fired this coil directly into the ionosphere. At this point, very few people had even heard of the ionosphere, much less thought to do what Tesla did with it. Today we know that the ionosphere does exist. Now, these coils were made by using this kind of copper wire here wrapped around an iron pole. Some of these were very big, like the one at Colorado Springs Laboratory, and some of them are very small, like the kind of armatures that exist in generators. Our next artifact is one of the most common toys of all time. As you can see here, it is the pop gun. From his first design as a young child, Tesla showed he had the timeless skills required to be an inventor. His first pop gun consisted of a pipe, a plunger, and 2 pieces of cork. As the centuries passed, the design changed. What you see before you here today is the current fashion, which fires marshmallows. Now, Tesla said the projectile was expelled with a loud sound. We have a small presentation to demonstrate this. Thank you very much. Welcome back to our exhibit. We're nearing the final leg of our tour.
Aww.
In keeping with our current theme, we have another kid's toy. This radio-controlled car here. Kids around the world have marveled at the magic of using a controller to control this little vehicle here. Back when Tesla first came upon this idea, it was an accepted truth that electricity could only be transmitted through wires. However, when he first demonstrated his first design of a boat at Kensington Gardens, the audience literally gasped in surprise. This invention was light years away from anything from his time. As you can see, over the years, it has evolved into the car that you see here today, which does this. Next, we will be talking about some of the other applications of this radio technology. As I recently said, in this section we will be discussing the other applications of radio wave technology. As the name implies, it is used for devices like the radio. He adapted his technology from the radio-controlled car and the boat to this device here that allows you to pick up multiple signals at different times to create the radio that we know today. This device took up much of his time, and it contributed to some of the most important discoveries of the 20th century about waves, including radio waves, gamma rays, and his own invention of X-rays. The device that we know today does this.
Please take a hold of the fans and would like to hear again.
This happens because the radio waves are transmitted from a transmitter at some station to this device here, which picks them up. The fact that we still use this invention on a daily basis today is yet another testament to the greatness of Tesla. Welcome to our final and most important artifact. This is arguably the greatest invention that Tesla ever created, the electric transformer. This amazing device is directly related to the Edison-Tesla split. Edison believed in the power of direct current, or DC, and Tesla believed in the power of alternating current as AC, as I already stated. This invention cemented the future of AC. It converted DC power to AC power, allowing Tesla's ideas to be able to transmit it around the world over long distances without dispersing, eventually resulting in the power lines that we have that string the world today. Now we'll take questions from the audience.
Nikola Tesla is an unusual name. Where does he come from?
He hails from a small state in Croatia during the time of the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
You said multiple times that Tesla was well ahead of his era. What caused this?
No one knows for sure, but there are many theories, including aliens, time travel, and government involvement. Yes, you there.
What was the goal of his Colorado Springs laboratory?
To use Tesla coils to give everyone free energy from the ionosphere. This was going to be accomplished by firing coils into the atmosphere, producing similar, though more controlled, results as the Colorado Springs laboratory incident.
You said that Tesla was discredited near to the end of his life. How did this happen and who did this?
Near to the end of his life, Tesla's behaviors became increasingly more erratic. He came up with 2 great outlandish inventions that eventually caused his demise. These were a death ray and geological power, or harnessing power from the earth. In addition, films like Frankenstein were released by his competitor, Thomas Edison, to discredit and laugh at him and his ideas. This concludes our tour. Thank you for joining me on this adventure through Tesla's life. Please drive safely.